Was that a such thing in back in the day? Because like it seemed like the Bridgestone tire was not holding up too well. So we lost a couple riders in the race because you're on one side of the tire most of the time.
That year and the year before, Lewis, correct me if I'm wrong. That year and the year before, Rossi and I think a couple of other riders were actually switching between Bridgestones and Pirellis.
Yeah, so you had choices back then. It wasn't the homologated tire rule that we have now, right, where it's a one single tire manufacturer. So you could bring, you could bring Michelin, you could bring Bridgestone. You had options. Right. Most of them were going back and forth between Michelin and Bridgestone. But once you started the season on a tire, you usually finish the season on that same manufacturer, because every time you change tire, you need to change your entire chassis. You need to change your geometry. Like there's a lot of things you have to get into. So if you start with Bridgestone, you ride it to the end of the year. You might try different Bridgestone compounds throughout the years. This is why eventually they went to the single manufacturer rule, because if Bridgestone had a great tire that year and Michelin sucked, everybody that started with Michelin, they were doomed for the entire year. It's not like they can easily switch over to Bridgestone or vice versa.
Right.
And if Bridgestone had issues, same thing. You had to ride it out to the end. So you'll see that some riders would have more tire degradation on the rear tire. So by like the 6th or 7th lap, they're already spinning. But the guys on the Michelins are slowly walking away at one track, while at the another track, the Michelin guys are having problems and Bridgestone is having a problem. So this is one of the reasons that eventually we get to that point in the MotoGP history where we go to the single tire rule. So now everybody's on the same tire. And this also brings the cost down, because now instead of buying from different manufacturers, and you can't really do deals with the manufacturers because they're different manufacturers. Now with a single tire rule, this is your set allotment of tires. You know exactly where your tire expense is going to be for the year. Everybody's developing and working off the same platform. It's a little bit more stable so that, you take it out of it. Now, right now, my feeling on our current tire situation, the current tire MotoGP is shit. As soon as you have to put a tire pressure valve in the bike and you have to slow down or go faster, if your tire temperature goes up or down, that means your tire's shit. So I can't wait till that tire is gone and Pirelli comes in